What's up, guys? It's Ben with 2020 election predictions, and today I'm going to focus on the Supreme Court battle that is ensuing. Ruth Bader Ginsburg died just last week, and I mean, rest in peace. I think everyone is mourning her loss, but I just kind of want to look at the political consequences of this because President Trump and Mitch McConnell have both said that they want to hold a vote on a Supreme Court justice before the 2020 presidential election, which will be on November 3rd. So I kind of want to count up the senators to see if the Republicans have the votes. Right now, we are looking at the current makeup of the current Senate. So we have 53 Republicans, 45 Democrats, and two independents that caucus with the Democrats. The most famous of these would be Bernie Sanders. And right now, what we have seen is uniformly, all 47 Democrats oppose Trump appointing a justice in the last 42 days before the election. And most of the Republicans have said that they are going to support, but we are going to have some defectors. So let's see if the Republicans right now have enough votes to get to that magic number of 50. So I have some maps over here that show this, but I kind of just wanted to show you this map. And this map is likely to change going into 2020 because, I mean, I think we have some very vulnerable senators. Doug Jones in Alabama, Cory Gardner in Colorado, and Martha McSally in Arizona are just kind of a few examples of this. So looking at the Washington Post, this was updated this morning. So right now we have two GOP senators who have said no, and these are Susan Collins and Lisa Murkowski from the state of Alaska. And this frankly doesn't surprise me. Lisa Murkowski opposed Brett Kavanaugh, and I think right now that there's probably more reason to kind of oppose Trump's Supreme Court nominee in 2020 rather than 2018. So this doesn't surprise me, and this makes sense because Susan Collins is opposing this Supreme Court justice while she supported Brett Kavanaugh in 2018. And I think the reason that Susan Collins is doing this is because Maine is a blue state, and she's kind of her whole brand is that she's a moderate. She isn't kind of a partisan, and she's kind of willing. She isn't kind of like the normal politician, because we don't really have a lot of politicians like Susan Collins. On the other hand, like Cory Gardner and Martha McSally, who are in really tough Senate races, have said that they are going to support the nominee. I really don't think that their vote yes or no would sway the election either way. I think both senators probably know that they're going to lose. And I really just don't think it was swayed either way. I think them coming out to support it might consolidate their GOP base. I think this maybe could help in, say, like Arizona. But I really don't think they have a chance, and they're just kind of realizing that, well, look, I'm going to lose, but my legacy might as well be that I'm confirming a conservative justice for the Supreme Court. So right now we have 9 unknown or unclear. However, just looking at this list, one thing that we'll notice is Lindsey Graham isn't on this list. Mitt Romney isn't on this list. And maybe some other ones that we would expect to be the swing votes aren't on the list. So, and if we kind of look at the Politico battle, they say that the true swing votes, Susan Collins, Lisa Murkowski, and Mitt Romney have already made their decision clear. I just saw a video of Mitt Romney saying that he would support the nominee because the Republicans control the Senate and the presidency, and that this was different from 2016 when the Republicans held the Senate and the Democrats controlled the presidency. So he was looking at precedent and the Constitution, he said. So right now, how I see it is we probably have about 48 um, Republican votes yes, and we have uh, 4 undecided votes as of now. So the reason why I'm saying this right now is because I don't necessarily know how Lamar Alexander and Pat Roberts are going to vote. They did both vote for Brett Kavanaugh, but they kind of are the institutionalists. Lamar Alexander is retiring after 2020. So we could see something like a Jeff Flake situation or Bob Corker situation in 2018 when some people thought they were on the fence about Brett Kavanaugh. They both ended up voting yes. So I'm going to assume right now that Lamar Alexander is going to vote. And another conversation that people were having was about Dan Sullivan. The Senate race in Alaska is fairly close. It's not like that close. I really think that Dan Sullivan is going to vote yes, and I think that honestly him voting yes might help in a state like Alaska. Richard Burr and Pat Roberts, I think right now would be both yeses. And let's see, I'm messing this up right now because um, I have one Republican as a Democrat, and yes, it is in the state of Montana. So this is kind of where I see the race right now. I think that the Republicans are going to have the votes. However, I want to make a major caveat. I mean, a lot of kind of the sea of red that I assumed would be voting red. I mean, we really don't know, and some in this group include like Roy Blunt, Shelley Moore Capito, James Lanford, Rob Portman, Marco Rubio, and Pat Toomey. So, I mean, these are all people who I would expect to vote yes, but I think with all this media coverage, you might see maybe like Pat Toomey or Marco Rubio kind of in the very purple states want to delay till after the election. And then one other place too that I think will be interesting to look at is so there's a special election in the state of Arizona. And I think that Mark Kelly is probably going to beat Martha McSally. So Mark Kelly would actually get appointed at the end of November, which would be before the other new senators. So that would be bring the Republicans down to 54 and 50 against assuming that Mark Kelly. So that technically would still be enough with Mike Pence breaking the tie. But I mean, we don't even know how this process is going to go. We don't even know who the nominee is going to be. If they're like fairly controversial, this could make more Republican defectors here. And then lastly, I just kind of want to look at the Senate map overall. I think there are 13 swing states. If in the scenario that they do confirm the one of Trump's justices before the election, I think this is going to help Democrats because they're going to be very energized, and I think that some Republicans might just sit it out and kind of assume that look, we have a 6-3 majority in the Supreme Court, so there's not much point to vote. So I think that Democrats definitely would win in these swing states right here. I think if Susan Collins said that she wasn't going to vote or votes no, I think this could maybe help her. I'm still kind of thinking right now that this state is going to go blue. Out of kind of all of these states, I have the most confidence that Alabama is going to go red. However, these other states I think would be very, very close. Next up, I would probably say Alaska and Montana. But I will honestly say, like, I think these other 5 races, I probably would say that the special election will probably go red. But I mean, these 4 like swing states can literally be swing states, and in South Carolina, I know y'all might be shocked that I'm calling it, but I mean, I think like Lindsey Graham is one of the main senators who said, "Look, use my words, against me, I'm never going to vote for a Supreme Court justice in an election year. And I mean, he totally went back on his word, and I think there's going to be a lot of funding for his opponent, Jamie Harrison. Would still assume it would go red, but it's going to be very close. In states like Iowa and Carolina, I think Joni Ernst is probably smart in saying that if I voted no, I think this would hurt me more than if I vote yes. Same with Tom Tillis, because you do kind of have the strong conservative base there. But I mean, I think these are kind of pure swing states right now. And I mean, I think while Georgia might tilt towards the GOP, it's really hard to tell. And if you have like a massive get out the vote effort um, that is motivated by kind of Trump rushing a Supreme Court justice, I mean, this could be another swing state too. So I really hope that y'all enjoyed my video. These are my predictions right now, and so it appears that the GOP that they do have the votes to confirm a Trump justice. However, there's only 42 days, so there's a major time crunch. The as we saw with Brett Kavanaugh in 2018, anything can happen um, during the hearing. So I will definitely be looking at this very, very closely, and I hope y'all like this video, and I'll see you later.